Using a servo for each half of the elevator certainly gives us plenty of power, but it also means putting some work into getting the elevator halves working together. First we have to make sure that the servo arm is as square to the servo as we can get it. By using this pair of carbon fiber rods, I can greatly exaggerate any differences between the elevator halves. I just secure them to the tops of the elevators with masking tape. And these rods are 24 inches long just because that's what I had laying around and it works for me. When setting these rods up, I get them fairly close to each other side to side. What's most important is that they be level with each other. And using the carbon fiber rods makes that easy because all I have to do is tape them to the top of the elevators and they're level to each other. After we dial the elevators in anyway. First we adjust the elevator halves at neutral so these sticks line up with each other. When one of the elevator halves is moving faster than the other one, it's almost always the geometry. In this case, I found that one of my servo arms was one tooth off from where the other one is. Remember that these sticks greatly exaggerate the differences. It just makes it easier for us to see what we have to fix. With the elevators back in neutral, I reposition the servo arms so they match side to side. And as you can see here, the sticks still show us a little bit of a difference, but at the elevators themselves you can't see this at all. And I've never had a plane fly bad because of that little bit of a difference. Next we tweak the endpoints both up and down so that the rods match each other in both positions. And that's really all there is to it. Taking the time to get your elevator halves aligned perfectly makes your plane a lot more predictable no matter what you're doing with it. You don't have to be going fast for mismatched elevators to give you a problem. Virtually any kind of aerobatics is easier to learn and perfect if the elevator halves are working together. And the higher energy moves are even more difficult if both of the elevator halves don't have the same amount of influence on the airframe. But it is your airplane, so you get to decide how well you want it to fly.